hundreds of Australians last week protested outside the Sydney offices of the Department of Immigration.
We know, regardless of what the High Court has said, that ethically, morally, Nauru is wrong, offshore processing is wrong. It's a decision which is not going to be made ultimately in the High Court. It's going to be made in the streets, in the workplaces, in the schools and the universities in Australia. And we are part of this community, so telling Malcolm Turnbull that we do not want people sent back to Nauru.
Some 267 people brought from Nauru to Australia for medical treatment, including up to 80 children, now face being returned to the detention centre that accommodates around 500 people.
Let them stay! Let them stay! Let them stay! Let them stay! Let them stay!
The centre has been widely criticised for harsh conditions and reports of systemic child abuse.
From our perspective, every human being is made in the image of God. Every human being is deserving of respect and of a life that is lived in the sense of well-being. And this is not happening, and we can do better than this. We can let them stay. We can let them stay. Let them stay.
Rupert Colville, spokesman for the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, said in an emailed statement that Australia could contravene its obligations under the Convention on the Rights of the Child by sending back the group, which includes more than 12 women and at least one child who have allegedly been sexually assaulted or harassed while in Nauru. The group also includes 37 children born in Australia. Under Australia's immigration policy, asylum seekers attempting to reach the country by boat are intercepted and sent to camps on Nauru or on Manus Island in Papua New Guinea. The government says the policies are necessary to stop asylum seekers dying at sea aboard the often rickety boats used by people smugglers. Immigration Minister Peter Dutton reiterated in a statement that asylum seekers arriving by boat would either be intercepted and turned back or sent to another country for processing. However, in an ABC radio interview on Thursday, he appeared to open the door to at least some of those affected remaining in Australia.
Likely, the same principle will apply into the future as it has in the past, and that is that if people have acute medical needs and they come to Australia, then those needs will be met. We'll provide the medical support, as you would expect from a compassionate country like Australia, and then at the end of that medical support, when the doctors and the department deem that it's appropriate for that person to return to Nauru, that will be the policy continuing. And I think it's very important to send a very clear message, that is that we're not going to put children into harm's way. We're going to work individually through each of the cases.
While the numbers of people attempting to reach Australia are small in comparison with the floods of asylum seekers in Europe, the issue is a big political challenge for Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull. Alana Lay, EMTV World News.